Welcome back to Ferris Sports Update. Time to talk women's soccer with us. First-year head coach Andy McCaslin. And Andy, first of all, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for being here.
Bulldogs open the season this week on the road here as you start your head coaching career at Wisconsin Parkside, at Lewis. Just talk about this weekend and what you expect out of your team.
Yeah, it's a hard weekend. Both teams are very good in the GLVC. The Parkside team is perennially in the NCAA tournament. They're hard, they're physical, they're gonna play. They play on a massive field, 120 by 80, and it's gonna be a test for sure. Gonna see where we are right away, which is nice. And then on Saturday with Lewis, we played them last year in the preseason, which is not a regular season game for sure, but they're good. They're well coached. And it'll be a different test for sure.
You were a part of the Bulldogs staff last season as a volunteer assistant, took the job in January here with the Bulldogs. What's the adjustment been like for you here over the last 7 months or so?
It feels like it was just yesterday that happened. The transition is everything is now my call, which it's scary at times, but it's good because I guess it's on me and I like that pressure. The girls have responded really well to the transition, and they've come in fit and we're ready to go. Sessions have been really sharp, and I like where we are right now, and hopefully we can go out and get a good result this weekend.
I know you're pretty familiar with some of the returning kids from last fall. Just talk about working with them and what they've brought in terms of experience here as you started the preseason.
Yeah, they've done a good job of being the leadership that we need. They've kind of taken control of where we are in terms of needing to kind of step up almost as assistant coaches, figuring out responsibilities and roles of the different classes and groups, and trying to get the group where we need them in terms of just the leadership qualities that we're looking for, and getting the first year kids underway a little quicker than we'd like. They're on their way, but they're not quite where we need them yet, and we're trying to get there, and the older kids are doing a really good job of getting them there.
A couple all-region type players back from last year in Riley Wood, and also an Amanda Foster. Talk about their play coming back into the season and how that's going to help your program.
Yeah, we're definitely going to lean on those two. They're very good players, great people first, and they're charismatic enough that everybody loves them as people first and foremost. But yeah, they're very good players. They're going to be kids to watch, and we're excited about the possibilities that we have with them, and linking with some of the players who didn't garner the awards, but we're still there for one of the best seasons that we've had.
In terms of your style of play and what you like to see out of your team, how does that vary maybe as you move forward here under your leadership?
Well, we've got some injury concerns that we're kind of patchworking some players together into spots. So that said, everybody's still bought into the system that we have. So we're at the point where we can get our outside backs forward. We can link through the center of the midfield and play forward, play into our forwards, and hopefully score a lot of goals.
In terms of the defensive side, obviously an experienced goalkeeper back. Just talk about the defensive end and kind of your adjustments made on that end of the pitch.
Yeah, it's actually been a battle for the spot right now with Rachel and Savannah. They're really taking a hold of the battle, and they're trying to determine who's the number one. But either one, Rachel's coming back with a lot of experience, and does a really good job at communicating well and keeping the backs organized and the midfielders organized in front of her. And the more work she does that way, the less work she has to do in seeing shots. So hopefully that's a good job. That's something that she can do in terms of making her job easier. And Savannah's in and young and excited, and She's athletic and strong hands and communicates well as well. So it's going to be interesting to see who kind of puts their stamp on the position and goes forward with it.
Bulldogs reached the GLIAC semifinals last season. Just talk about the conference race. Obviously, some good, outstanding teams in the conference, and how you expect the Bulldogs to compete against some of those teams as you move forward.
Yeah, it's a very difficult league, top to bottom. You never know who's going to come out and put a game together from top to bottom. Grand Valley's obviously the standard right now, but there are teams that are up and coming, like Michigan Tech. They're, I think, a fourth-year program, and they're flying right now. They're doing really well. But Saginaw's very good. Northwood's good. Dominican's good. I mean, all these teams that have a lot of potential and could go out and rattle off enough to win the league.
The Bulldogs on the road, as we mentioned, 2 regional games this week, and you come back home next week hosting Madonna, and then you start conference play against Northwood. Just talk about being able to start the league at home next week.
Well, actually, it's a non-league game. We're trying to do we have to play enough in-region games to be eligible for the postseason. So it's going to actually warm us up pretty nicely for the league, which starts the next weekend. But other than that, it's going to be a nice test to see what that level of opponent is. Madonna's a good team, well coached as well, but when we get into the GLIAC teams, Northwood, they brought in, I think, 26 freshmen this year to bolster some kids that they lost. So it's going to be a nice way to kind of segue into the league season.
Well, Coach, best of luck to the Bulldogs as you head on the road again, Wisconsin Parkside and Lewis coming up this weekend.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
That's going to do it for another episode of Ferris Sports Update. Thanks for tuning in. A reminder to catch all the action online at ferrisstatebulldogs.com.